What's going on YouTube? We're back again for another street tune. We have an H22A coming over for a street tune, and we're going to be tuning it on HTS, Honda Tuning Suite. So we're going to jump right into the software. So I did use BM Tune once before, and this is kind of like it. Actually, it's exactly like it, but so far HTS from what I've seen is actually better. When I try to set up the data logging and the emulator on BM Tune, it fought with me for a long time. And with this, when I turn the key on, battery's kind of dead. Battery's really dead. There we go. So when I get my stuff set up, especially for the data logger, it's actually recording right now. Still kind of learning the software, but as you can see, that's pretty much my first try getting the emulator and the data logger working. First try. On a BM Tune, it took me at least like 10 times. I had to switch back from Chrome, and it just kept on having issues. So that's a big thing right there, which makes me really happy with the software, is everything got hooked up the way it should. First try, I had no issues whatsoever. So big points for HTS, and I'm looking forward into using this tuning software a lot more. Definitely a lot better than Chrome. The H22 we got coming over is just factory bone stock, so should go pretty quick, shouldn't have any issues. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy this little street tune we're gonna do. All right, gotta get the wideband pulled off me streetcar. Pretty simple with the up pipe. Just goes right through there and out. And I got it set up pretty fancy. And here, all I gotta do is unplug my cigarette lighter, and that is how I got my wideband wired in. Just in this little cigarette lighter, connect my power and ground, and it works just perfect for easy, quick disconnect wideband. And it's been working good for me so far, and really simple. Instead of having to disconnect your chassis ground and disconnect it from the fuse box or however you got your power hooked up, that little cigarette lighter trick I like a lot. We got the car here, H22A. We're getting the wideband hooked up right now. Pulling out the spark plugs, see what the previous tune was like. And these spark plugs are showing signs of spark knock. So the base map that it was on was actually hurting the motor. So we got a fresh set of plugs that we're gonna throw in after we get fuel all dialed in and get ignition at maximum brake torque on the low cam. Then we're gonna throw in our new plugs and start doing pulls. But this is what the old spark plugs look like. I don't know how well the GoPro is gonna pick it up. Might take a minute to focus. Anyway, plugs don't look good. We got a new set of BK R7Es that we're gonna throw in. Got the wideband all hooked up. We're just gonna go out through the hood for now. And then we got our wideband tapped in to D14. Just use one of these simple, see if I can get some good light. One of these simple blue quick splices. I use these all the time. They work pretty good for me. Never had any issues. That's spline in the D14. Then got that going to my white wire. My wideband goes into the cigarette lighter, and now we have wideband. Now I just gotta get my ECU plugged in and get the tune loaded and try and get the car to fire. Okay, we're ready to get the tune uploaded. Gotta connect the emulator. Bam, first try. Data log, connect, everything popped up, first try. Connected, perfect. Gotta upload the tune. Looks like we're going here. Real-time update is selected. All right, start the car.
It's never started that fast even.
Wideband's warming up. So far it's saying it's dumb rich. Give it about 30 seconds or so. Check engine light is on. Go through my parameters, see if I can find anything while the check engine light is on. Okay, I'm just gonna run through my parameters real quick. I'm gonna trim out some fuel. Oh, it's already starting to trim out by itself. And then I'm gonna run through the sensors, trim out a little bit of fuel, and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, we got everything sorted out. Got timing synced. Well, not synced, we got it locked, so we're ready to sync it. Air fuels are good. We had to try a couple different ROMs to get the software to work, but we got it working now, and we're getting ready to shoot timing and go out and do some street tuning. Okay, got timing set, 15 degrees. Can lock this in now. Man, mint. Okay, we're getting the car out on the streets now. Just doing our part throttle. Okay, we just got our Lambda overlay set up. We're gonna build our table, and then we're gonna make our adjustments. Right now, car is really rich. Starts leaning out a little bit.
It's 2,500.
Keep holding it. Okay, go up to 3,500. In that area, so we're gonna pull out fuel, make our adjustments, smooth everything out, make her mint. Just got a bunch more fuel pulled out. Now we're about to go make our second drive. Perfect timing. Still rich, so we'll pull out some more fuel. We'll just drive around town now and I'll make some minor adjustments. We'll keep on going up to about 4,000 RPMs real slow so we can get accurate data points, and I'll keep making adjustments, and after fuel's all dialed in, we'll get into some wide open throttle pulls. So far software is working pretty. Did I not just record all of that? God,
that was good too.
Damn, dude. Okay, we're driving around on the street now. We made some fuel adjustments, pulled out a bunch of fuel, and now we're populating the chart some more. We're gonna make some more fuel adjustments. We're just gonna be taking the car up to about 4,000 RPMs really slowly to get accurate data points, and then make our adjustments. Software is working pretty good. I had to mess with it for about an hour and a half with the ROM, but after I got that all figured out, it's working good now. One thing that works good with this is the real-time update, and that did not work on BM Tune, so that's something I'm really pleased with this software, and I'm excited to see where else the tune goes. Low cam field, tune pretty decent. You could probably floor it in third up to 5,000. Doing some wide open throttle pulls. We're rich, so we're gonna pull out some fuel, and then we're gonna do some more wide open throttle pulls until our air fuel gets to our desired goal, which is 12.5. Tuning in open loop. Feels pretty decent. You can still pull out a little more during idle. We're good to do another third gear pull when you are. 2,000 up to 3,000, or up to 5,000. Okay, so it's definitely still rich. It was in the 11s, so I'm gonna pull out more fuel and adjust. Gotta turn off the data logging to make my adjustments. Pull out another 4%. Then just kind of smooth it in. Blend in all my changes. Okay, you're good to do another 2,000 to 5,000 pull. Third gear. Rich. Okay, it's getting closer. Still got to pull out a little bit more fuel. Huh. He definitely heard us. He started flashing his flashlight. Okay, car's got good throttle response. Fuel is pretty close. This car is going to be tuned on open loop, so our air intake temps are pretty cold, so we just have to make sure that we keep our air fuels a little more on the rich side, because when it gets more hot out, the car is going to want to run more lean. We have to keep that in mind. Right now it's around 14.8, 14.7-ish, so we probably have to add just a little bit more fuel into that to compensate for when the car sits for a bit, like at a stoplight or in a drive-through, and air intake temps get more warm. When we throw in an extra about 5% fuel, maybe even like 3%, it'll help compensate with all that. So we're ready for another pull. Third gear. We can even try 3,000 to 6,000 now. Yep. On the top end, gotta pull out a little bit more fuel. Other than that, it looks pretty close, pretty spot on if we're gonna compensate for the air intake temps too, since those are so low. So yeah, pull out fuel. Gotta, where is it? Turn off data log. Go down here. Pull out another 4%. Smooth that in. Mint. It's getting a little close. Smooth that in just a wee bit. picking the tune a little bit, making it how I want it to look. And we're probably good to do another pull at the stop sign if you actually want to do like a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we can get through this way. We'll take the other
Yeah. Oops. Let me clear the graph. Since our airfield is pretty close right now, we can see what the 1, 2, 3 does. Make sure all our airfield is pretty decent. Wide bands right here.
Ready?
Yep. Airfield is pretty good. I did not press record, so I didn't get none of that. But from what I seen, there was just one little tiny lean spot that I gotta clear up. But yeah, that looked, man. Oh yeah, it logs up here. So yeah, if you want to do that again,
Yeah.
straight tuning, straight hooning.
Fuck yeah. I did the stop sign, so.
Graph's starting to get pretty good. We got a weird slope going on up here. Usually that's an indication of bad injector dead times. These are stock prelude injectors, so I don't know what that's about. Got a weird dip right there. Oh well, stock injector thing. Hold on, before you do it, I gotta clear the table. Okay. Table is cleared. This is the low cam, no VTEC. Not too bad, not too bad.
Burn evenly.
Pulling over to swap plugs real quick. Gapping them right now at the BKR7s. Got my little light right here. Got my little gapper. So gap them to 44 thousandths. Should be fine. Stock injector, stock car, stock gap will work just fine. Changed my mind. Went to 40 thousandths. There you go. Where's my flashlight?
Make sure we hand tighten them in so there's no cross starting.
I just use my impact. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I'm weird like that. I've had bad luck with that kind of stuff, so I
Yeah,
hand
I mean,
tighten it, get it all the way down there. And
Oh, this way we're
couple oogas and she's good to go.
yeah, this way we're gonna have to pull these plugs after every pull now. So I've gotten fairly good at them. Do a pull, kill the car, pull plugs, up ignition, do it again. Cool. New plugs are in and we're ready to do a full throttle pull on the low cam. Kill the car at the top of the pull, and then we'll see where ignition's at. If we can increase it, we will. If not, we'll just switch over to VTEC. Fun stuff. Oh, I'll be goddamn. We just did our first pull. Spark plugs are looking really good. See a little bit of a cloud, so that means that they're not getting a proper combustion, so I can turn it up just a little bit. But just on the low cam, I mean, it's probably fine. It felt pretty good, right? We'll probably just switch over to VTEC.
Yeah, feels good.
Okay, so we'll probably switch over to VTEC, do some more pulls. Okay, so we got the low cam pretty much fully tuned. So ignition's in a good spot, fuel's all in a good spot. So we're just gonna do another 1, 2, 3 pull to make sure all the fuel's looking legit, and then we'll switch over to VTEC. One little rich spot we need to clear up, and she's good. Straight tuning for the win.
Well, yeah. Just gotta know your roads.
Third gear pull. Still on the low cam. Car's mint. Time to switch over to VTEC.
That was a skater.
Was it?
Yep. That was already on the brakes before we crested the hill, so.
Enable VTEC.
Pull off some.
No, it's fine. Oh, actually, yeah, I gotta do a little bit of stuff over on the high cam to get it all set up.
You want something to drink? I'll buy you some.
Yeah. Got VTEC all set up. I set it at 4,500 for now, just to get fuel all tuned in, and then we'll select our VTEC point, probably around 5,000, 5,200 or something. We're not going to be using the virtual dyno on this, so we'll just kind of fill in and see what feels best. But right now, I'm kind of cheating. I'm just going to copy my low cam, paste it over to my high cam, then I'm going to add in another 20%. Where is it? Control J. 20% should get us close to where it needs to be at. I'm guessing all this weird dip is going to go away. It's going to be more linear and straight. So we'll see. We'll take a data log, play it back, see what's all going on. Something I'm really happy about is the data logging graph they got going on here. So I still need to set up my settings and everything, but this is exactly how Honda is, and I'm really happy with this right now. I couldn't do this on BM Tune, so really stoked about this software. So far so good. The only issues we had was earlier when we had to switch around on the things, so that only took like an hour and a half, which is still kind of a big deal. But so far I like the software a lot. Definitely way better than Chrome, better than BM Tune by far, and it can pretty much do everything that a Honda can do with a couple extra features too. So really liking the software so far. Making sure VTEC works. Oh yeah. Perfect. We're gonna pull out a bunch of fuel, get fuel all dialed in, and then we'll up ignition, because we can definitely tell car's got no ignition on it on the high cam, because it is slow. So we know that we can definitely turn the car up more. Get it dialed in on the high cam, she'll be mid. So let's disconnect data log, check the high cam. I'll just grab the whole map. I seen it was in the 10s, so all those aren't right. Since it was in the 10s, pull out 10% of the whole map, kind of see where it goes from there. Connect the data logger. Alright, dropping in third gear. The recordings. If you can, go from like 2,000 or right below a VTEC, so it's at 40, so do like a 4,000 pull up to 7,000. Okay, so took out just a hair too much fuel, throw it back in, and it's already almost all the way tuned. Okay, pulling out 6% up top, smooth it in a little bit. Add in a little more. laptop is getting pretty low, so we're gonna have to cut the tune kind of short. Car is almost fully tuned. It's at least really close. Okay, we'll see where all of that landed us. Clear my recordings. Alright, let's do another third gear. Heard VTEC cross that time. Okay, just gotta clear up a lean spot and take out a little bit more fuel when we first cross over. And then our feel was pretty much dialed in. Just like that. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. HTS tune. One second. Okay, go. Getting ready to check plugs. Check the spark plugs. And then if we can, we will up ignition. Side of the freeway, baby, street tuning.
I just had like a spark knock. I had to check my spark plug. Everything's good now. So.
Yep, car's good to go.
Yep, yeah, I'm good. Yep. Yep, we are good.
Car is good to go.
Perfect.
All right, officer, you have a good night. That's the first time that's ever fucking happened to me. When I fucking stopped on the side of the road, fucking checking spark plugs. Woo! The stator. Oh man, that's going on. Right. Well, check the spark plugs, and with the ignition that I had in the tune, it's right where it needs to be, and you probably can't see nothing because it's all dark, but yeah, so we're pretty much gonna call the tune good, fuel is good, ignition's good. Yeah, that's about where this car is gonna end. Probably ported intake manifold, maybe a little bit better flowing exhaust, and might be able to make it a little bit faster. But for now, I think that's where the tune's gonna end. Car is tuned, not on a base map no more. Spark plugs are looking nice. Car's having good combustion. Yep. That is our street tune on HTS software, and I liked it. It did good. It just had a little bugs at first, and I had to play around with the ROMs, but I got that all figured out. And then I couldn't really make changes while I was data logging on the low cam. So that's just little stuff though. It does pretty much all the same features as Honda, Neptune. Is that stator still on our ass?
Yeah.
Yeah? Ooh. Must be running the plates or something. He was on that ass.
It's fine with me.
Right. Well, we got a stator following us now for some reason, so looks like we're just gonna take the car back to the house, call it a night, since this guy's, I don't know, must not like us street tuning or something.
He got back on.
Oh, he went back on the freeway now. Okay. I was gonna say.
Joke's on him, I'm making another hit.
Joke's on him, we're going back on the freeway. What was that? Air fuel gauge.
Yep.
Got the laptop. Had to tuck that. Air fuel gauge. Air fuel gauge. There it is. Well, it looked like I need to add a little bit more fuel in a little section for some reason. All your air intake temps probably got more warm. Maybe we should try and do a 4th gear pull to see what fuel is looking like. Because it looked like it dipped into the 11s right there. We're gonna clear that up, get a little bit more power out of it. Make sure I'm saving this. Laptop's gonna die soon. Yeah, do a 4th gear pull. We're at 17% and the GoPro's at like 10%, so we're doing what we can. Yeah, I'm ready on my end. 4th gear, all 4th. 11s. Another car on the freeway tripped us out, messed up our pull. But anyway, I seen where it's in the 11s at.
Yeah, we got it 60, 300.
Yeah, I feel it looked pretty good, so we are calling that tuned.
Yeah.
HTS tuned. And we had a run in with the boys.
Right.
Couldn't stop us though. Forgot. I had a VTEC set low, so we're gonna turn it up to 48, see how it feels, and then we'll go up to 5,000, go all the way up to 5,500, see which one feels the best. That felt little. Try it at 5,000, see if we can feel a difference. Get a little record, get a little data log in. Third and fourth. There it is. There it is. Definitely pull out a little bit more feel on the top end. But yeah, that VTEC crossover there was mint.
That was titties. That was perfect.
Pull out a little bit more feel. I'm just gonna kind of drag it down.
Oh yeah, it smells right.
Smooth it in. Alright, you want to try another 4th gear? 3rd to 4th? feel I need to pull out on the top end, but it's safe. It's good. It's good to smash on.
Yeah, it feels really good now. The transition is really fucking nice.
All nice and smooth. She's mint. Car's all tuned. We're calling it a night. Got the wideband all pulled off. Now we're just getting everything cleaned up and calling it a night.